Hello everyone, it is time for a new reading vlog and today is going to be all about autumnal vibes, reading cozy, fall, spooky books, and I am super excited. So there's not like a specific theme or rule to this. I am doing like a separate fantasy reading vlog, so that's going to be focused on that, but I do want to read like some paranormal things in here and some contemporary romance as well, you know, with all the cozy fall vibes. And I'm sorry in advance for how many times I'm going to say fall vibes. But I've been really excited for this season and for this month, and I have so much to read. I feel like so much good stuff has been coming out recently and is coming out in October as well, and I just want to enjoy it. I want to romanticize fall and Halloween. I feel like I always planned to, but I never did in the way that I wanted. But this year, I am finally breaking out of my fantasy reading slump, and I also have so many paranormal romances that I want to read, and so we're gonna do all of that, and I'm so ready. I also want to like decorate my shelves, because I still haven't done that, and I of course want that to match the aesthetic, and I bought a few little decorations. And so yeah, first thing I'm gonna start with is showing you the two books that I bought today because I went to the romance bookstore today and I had a book pre-ordered that actually came out like a month ago almost at this point, but I was on a holiday and I haven't been able to go there. And the other one is just a recent release. So the pre-order is People Watching by Hannah Bonham Young. Of course, I don't have to explain this. Everything about the cover screams fall. And I don't know if like the vibes inside, I mean, I guess it's supposed to be set in the fall, and it's like small town. I don't really know much more about it, but it says that the main character has found solace in her introverted small town life, but she wants, you know, she wants more. She wants to step out of her comfort zone. And it does also deal with her mother having early onset Alzheimer's. And so I'm sure it will be very emotional, obviously. But Hannah Bonham Young is such an incredible author. She always balances like emotional themes with so much love and joy. And I just love her books so, so much. And I know I'm going to be obsessed with this. And so I will be absolutely reading this. I have the most amazing problem right now, which is that I have so much to read that I don't know where to begin. Like, I want to read every single one of these books immediately, all at the same time. Unfortunately, not an option, but you know, I will figure it out. And the other one is A Excellent Chance to Fall in Love by Anna Rose, which is a sapphic romance, and it's paranormal. And basically one of the main characters is cursed to like appear and disappear as along with this like Halloween store. And so she is, I don't know if she's like a ghost, but sort of something like that. And she's gonna fall in love. And of course, you know, there's this deadline that she knows she's gonna disappear. And it says that like, how do you tell the girl you're falling for that you're cursed and that the two of you only have 10 weeks together before she forgets everything? So of course, you know, some like high stakes, intense angst, and I really want to read more books with high stakes and angsty vibes and all of that, because like I just really miss that and I want to feel that. And so I think this will be amazing. I have never read anything from this author before, but I'm excited to check this out. This copy is also so floppy. I'm absolutely obsessed. So yeah, this is on top of my TBR, but I don't know if I'm gonna be starting with it. The book that I am in the middle of is Ladies in Hating by Alexandra Vasti. I'm obsessed with this. So this is also a sapphic romance and it's historical, but it actually is like slightly spooky as well. There is a magical element in this. So basically the two main characters get stuck in like a gothic haunted mansion. And so I absolutely love that. I feel like the historical vibe combined with that is the perfect thing for fall. And so yeah, and on top of that, I think it's gonna be incredible. I've read 106 pages. I'm absolutely loving it so far, but it's not really progressed into like a romance yet. But there's definitely a lot of yearning, definitely like so much banter. It's so fun. It's kind of, I wouldn't say it's hate to love, but they're rival novelists and they keep like kind of writing similar things. And you know, they're like, it can be a coincidence because you know, they're using a lot of the same names and all kinds of things that feel weird to like happen randomly. And so, you know, all of that obviously causes some conflict and then they're gonna get stuck together in this mansion. I actually haven't entirely gotten to that part, but I cannot wait. I think that's when it's really gonna get juicy. And I'm obsessed. I love Alexandra Vasti so much. She writes absolutely incredible historical romances. But this one is her first sapphic one, and also like the first one with an energy like this. And I'm obsessed. So I'll of course keep reading this. But I am really craving like another fantasy book. So I don't know if I'll talk about that in the other vlog or what I'm gonna do. But either way, I will be reading because I am obsessed with everything that I'm reading right now and having a great time. So yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna say for now, and I'll just update you whenever I make progress in something. But I hope you enjoyed this vlog. You know, make sure to get like a nice cup of tea and get cozy because I'm sure this is gonna be a long vlog. Because I, again, want to make the most of all of this, all the books, and enjoy every second of it. Hello everyone, so it is time for an update. I just finished a book that I don't even think that I mentioned to you. So I'm gonna tell you about it now. So I have been, like, I think I already definitely made it clear that I want to read everything all at once, but what I needed the past 2 days is an audiobook. Read the entirety of Learning Curves by Rachel Lacey. This book is both an ebook and an audiobook on Kindle Unlimited, which I absolutely love when that happens because, you know, you can switch between, or obviously, like, I often prefer audiobooks, especially when I'm either too tired or I don't have time or whatever. And so that has been the case. And also I just had a really great time reading this, and it has the perfect fall vibes. So it is an adult contemporary romance, and it's sapphic, and it's an age gap romance, and they basically work like at the same university. They're both professors. Audrey, who's the younger one, basically used to be Michelle's student in university. And now it's like maybe 10 years later, and she is a professor now as well. And so, you know, they obviously fight the attraction because Michelle is like, you used to be my student. And then, of course, it's like she is in a higher position at the, you know, job and everything. And at the same time, they both have had some wounds in their relationships that made them hesitant to, you know, get close to anyone again. And at the same time, it is set in the fall in Vermont. And so it has those vibes, and it's just super fun. I really enjoyed it. It's steamy, it's sweet, and, you know, it's great. It's just, yeah, I feel like I don't have any brain cells anymore. I'm absolutely exhausted, but I really enjoyed it. So you should definitely pick it up, and I'm so happy because I have had Rachel Lacey's books on my TBR for so long, and I finally read this and I loved it, and I'm ready for more. There is actually another one that's autumnal that she has, and I also saw on Goodreads when I was checking out her other books that she does actually live in Vermont. That is all for now. I don't think I have made any progress in anything else. I mean, I talked to you yesterday evening. And yeah, so I'm about to watch a fall-themed Hallmark movie, which is called Falling for Vermont, actually, which I felt like was just the perfect theme, you know, after reading this book. So God knows if it will be good, but I do know that there's definitely going to be great aesthetics, which is all that I need. I don't have the brain power for any other kind of movie right now, honestly, so.
We touch, we break, make it seem like we feel the same. We love what we hate. We lie, but we know we can't water what doesn't grow. Give up, let it go. Well, we fell apart just in time. You say at least it was worth the try.
Hello everyone, welcome to another couch update. I have a horrible headache, and so I'm not going to be getting up. But I wanted to talk to you because I do really want to read, and, you know, I am in the middle of 2 exciting books, and I didn't want to finish it before telling you about it, you know? So I currently have absolutely no brain cells, so I don't know if I mentioned the books before, but I don't really think so. So I'm in the middle of an ebook, which is The Fang Arrangement by Sarah Blue. I originally really wanted to get the physical copy because I loved the first book in this series so much, and so, you know, I was super excited, but then I found the book on Kindle Unlimited, and so obviously since I could just download that on it, I wanted to do that, and also it meant I could have it immediately and I wouldn't wait for it, and I wanted that. And so this is an adult paranormal romance, and we have a witch and a vampire. You know, there's that like good old rivalry between witches and vampires, and the main character basically kind of gets mixed up in some vampire business. There's this vampire hunter that like kills a vampire right in front of her, and then people think that she was the one who killed the vampire. And this guy who's a vampire makes a deal with her to make sure, you know, she doesn't go in prison or something. And then there's some good old forced proximity, and they may or may not be mates as well. And yeah, I feel like I did a horrible job describing it, but I don't really want to spoil anything, even though I feel like some things are kind of obvious, you know. But yeah, that is the situation, and I am very much enjoying it. We definitely have like, you know, the hero falls first, and he's like slightly obsessed with her. And it is very lighthearted, very fun, kind of unserious. Yeah, I don't have enough brain cells to tell you any deep things about it, but it's super fun and addicting and entertaining, and I cannot wait to see how they fall in love. I don't know if I said I'm at 40% of this. And the other book that I'm reading is an audiobook, which is A Tale of Mirth and Magic by Kristen Vale. And this one, I wasn't sure what to expect. I haven't really heard a lot of people talk about it, and I knew that this would be like, you know, a cozy fantasy. And I have read some cozy fantasy books that I didn't love that much because I felt like they were a little bit boring. Because I don't want to read books just for the aesthetics, you know? But this one is definitely character focused. It's definitely focused on the romance. And there's not a lot of like fantasy things happening, and so it definitely mostly feels just kind of cozy. And like, yes, it's set in a fantasy world, but there's not that much happening. And it's basically just, you know, a romance, but I absolutely love that. And I'm really enjoying this. It's so much fun. Super like fast paced and super easy to read. And I'm gonna read you the quick little description because again, I don't have the strength right now. Which it says, a maker of magical jewelry finds her life turned upside down when she ends up on the run with a half giant in this spicy and cozy fantasy romance. And yeah, so that is what it is. But even though it says like on the run, like while that is the case, it is quite low stakes. But it's definitely cozy, definitely has great vibes. She is an elf and he is a half giant, and I'm very much liking those dynamics. And there's positive fat representation, which I feel like is so cool to see in a fantasy setting. And it's just super fun, and it's steamy, and you know, and I'm really liking the characters, so that is overall what's happening. And I think I'm gonna keep reading the Fang arrangement because since I have the headache, I don't think an audiobook is good for me. Unfortunately, I feel like it would be kind of the easiest physically, but if I have a headache, like listening to it is kind of painful, unfortunately. So I might also read a physical book instead, because I feel like that might be the best thing, like for my eyes. Which for that, I would be getting back to Ladies in Hating by Alexandra Rusty, which I hope I did talk to you about. I'm pretty sure I did. So of course I want to read this, but also like I want to be able to like really focus on it. I'm like, what if I can't process everything that's happening? So God knows, maybe I should just like watch some animated movies and read tomorrow, you know, just accept what's, you know, going on, but whatever. I'll see. Either way, I'm going to talk to you another day anyways. So I think that is that. Hopefully I'm not forgetting anything, but I'm going to go try to relax and get rid of this headache, and I'll talk to you soon whenever probably once I finish one of those books. Hello everyone. So I just got home from work literally a second ago, and I came home to a super exciting package that I am so ready to open. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'll tell you about something I also just finished a second ago. So let's open this. This is one of my most anticipated releases, and it's also gonna be super gorgeous. And this did not work whatsoever. I have a day off tomorrow, and so I can read all day, and I am so excited. I have been in such a great, strong reading mood, and I'm loving literally everything. I'm loving all the vibes, and this one is gonna have amazing vibes as well. And I really need to learn a different word besides this. but it's very difficult. It's just there's nothing that matches the same thing. Anyways, let's open this. Okay, I am so ready. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's even prettier in person than I could have imagined. Look at her. Oh my god. So this is Love at First Fright by Nadia El-Fassi, and absolutely gorgeous. Let's see the naked hardcover. Okay, there's nothing on it, but beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And oh my god, shiny perfection. So the color scheme of this is everything. This is Halloween to me. And it's gorgeous, and everything about this book, like the plot, the vibes, everything about it is perfection. I really love this illustrator. I don't see, it's Quinosaurus on, I think all social media is Quinosaurus with underscore before the word. Oh, I think their name is Chloe Quinn. Everything about this is glorious. And I don't own a lot of hardcovers, and so I am excited about that as well. It's just, oh my god, it's beautiful. Anyway, so this is a paranormal romance, and it is basically one of the main characters. I think the guy is an actor, and there's like a haunted mansion or something. I don't know. Okay, in this cozy and spicy paranormal romance, a successful horror writer whose novel is being adapted into a movie clashes with the lead actor on set in a haunted mansion. Oh my god, I forgot that the one of the heroine is a writer. Love books about writers. I love books about actors even more, and the fact that there's, you know, like haunted, spooky vibes. Oh my god, literally everything that I could ask for. And so I am so ready for this, and I am so happy. I actually own the audiobook. I got that for free through Libro FM, but I was just like, I have to. I was so tempted to start it, but then I was like, I love this cover so much, and I think I'm gonna love the book that I want to own it. And if I read the audiobook first, I would not let myself buy it, you know? So I got it. I'm so happy. So this will be read soon after I finish the two things that I'm now in the middle of. So I finished The Tale of Mirth and Magic. Is that the name of it? Literally just finished it on my way back from work, and I'm so happy. The past, like, I don't know, like for a long time, I wasn't really listening to audiobooks as I was getting ready or anything, or like on the bus or whatever. But recently I started listening while I do my makeup, and then while I go to work or back from work, and it's amazing. Like, obviously, even though it doesn't take me that long, combined, it's obviously quite a long time, and so I love it. And I really enjoyed this audiobook as well. It was so fun, cozy, steamy, sweet, and, you know, such a quick read. I think it's like 300 pages. The audiobook is under 8 hours, which is really short for an audiobook, and so I'm so happy I read it. And I definitely recommend it. I feel like I already said a lot of things. My opinions didn't really change or evolve in the second half. I feel like the last 20% were a little bit drawn out, but obviously since it's such a short book, like, it was still, you know, super fast and really fun. And so if you want a cozy fantasy romance, very focused on the romance, with a little bit of fantasy things happening around it, definitely pick this one up. Then I did make, where's the book? Okay, it's over there, it's fine. I have made a little bit of progress with Ladies in Hating. I read it this morning actually when I woke up, and I'm so ready to dive back into it. It's really like picking up now. It's like starting to get, you know, even more exciting and more spooky, and I'm living for it. So I will go read that, and then later I will go back to the Fang arrangement. And then I think once I finish those two, I'll be reading this. That is the plan right now. High chance is gonna change. And I have been in a very strong audiobook mood, and so there is a chance I'm also gonna throw another audiobook in the mix. You know, I have been feeling absolutely unhinged because I feel like I've been mood reading even harder than I normally do. Please let me know I'm not the only one. I can imagine some people who are very strict about reading one book at a time watching this and being like, what's wrong with you? But that's just what works for my brain. And I'm trying to embrace the things that work for my brain, even when I feel like it's too much or too weird, you know? So this is a reminder, you know, for you to do that as well. Just follow your brain and feelings and intuition and do whatever feels right for you, even if you think it's not what most people would do. So that's that. I need to go eat dinner and then I'm gonna get cozy on the couch and I'm gonna read and I'm so excited. I would really like to watch like an autumnal movie as well, but I don't really know which ones because like there are some Hallmark ones that I'm pretty sure I mentioned already in this video. But like, you know, I don't want a Hallmark movie every single time. Like it requires a very specific mood that I don't think I'm in right now. I want something a little more exciting. But whatever, I'm gonna figure that out. Maybe I'll tell you about it if I find something good. But either way, I will talk to you very soon when I finish one of the other books or both of the other books or whatever. So I'll talk to you soon.
At least it was worth a try. At least it was worth a try. I drive from your place, miss your lips, but I hate the taste. No fun in this game. I will call our bluff, 'cause using bodies isn't good enough. Slow down, this ain't love. Well, we fell apart just in time. Ooh, you say at least it was worth a try. At least it was worth a try. At least it was worth a try.
Hello everyone, so it is time for an update. As you can see, I have been working on reorganizing the bookshelves. This is still not done and neither is what you can't see above and below. It is a lot of work. I have piles of books over there and everywhere, honestly. I ran out of energy and you know what, that's fine. I wanted to finish the ones that are visible the most on camera and I did that. So this is what we're working with. I don't know if this is like the final stage. I also I felt like this wasn't actually ever really visible on camera, so I don't know if this is a different angle than I normally film, but yeah, I really like it. I have some little decorations that are really cute and I was trying to go for Halloween fall color scheme. So mostly this one, you know, was like the dark black colors. And then here, I wasn't sure if I would like it and it doesn't entirely show because of the chair blocking it. I need to like set it up a little better. But I wasn't sure if I would like the combination of purple and orange, but obviously purple and orange absolutely give Halloween and I think it's really cute actually. I have normally kept these shelves more like books that I've read before, books that I love. Now it's a lot more books that I haven't read yet. Because I just feel like they have the perfect aesthetic and I want to look at them and then, you know, feel more excited to read them. And obviously I'm going to take them off the shelf to read it, but like then I'm going to put it back, you know? So, yeah, anyways, I have some updates. So I have finished Ladies in Hating by Alexandra Rusty and I loved it so much. It was just absolutely beautiful. It was completely full of yearning and it's so romantic and swoon-worthy and it has the perfect fall vibes. So like the gothic mansion that I mentioned is not like the center of the story as much as I thought. It doesn't take place in there the whole time whatsoever, but it is an important part of the story. And then there's like some mysteries as well. And so it definitely it's definitely cozy, a little bit spooky. There is like, you know, the mansion is haunted and everything. And so I absolutely think you should read this in the fall. And generally you should read this because it's absolutely beautiful. What a wonderful romance. I loved it so much. I do feel like other books by Alexandra Rusty are like very lighthearted and honestly they're kind of like more like rom-coms, you know, like actually really funny and lighthearted. This one was more emotional and less funny and a lot more focused on the yearning and the romance and just being like, you know, very romantic and sweet. And so it was different from, you know, Alexandra Rusty's other books, but I absolutely loved it. It felt, you know, like it worked for the story so well, and it was so cool to see, you know, something a little bit different from an author that I already love. Highly recommended. It has a little bit of some found family as well. And it's just like incredibly touching and sweet. And at the same time, it's steamy and swoon-worthy and fun. And there's like quite a lot of adventure and things happening. And so I absolutely recommend it. And I feel like honestly, the vibes of this cover really show the vibes of the inside of the book as well. So I will be absolutely talking about this many times again, and I'm so happy that I have it and read it. And then from the books that I've talked to you already about, I just need to finish the Fang arrangement. I just have not been, you know, like in an ebook has not been ideal for me. I just was really in a strong physical reading mood, and then I needed an audiobook, so I started another audiobook. And let me find the title because it's quite a long title. So it is The Most Unusual Haunting of Edgar Lovejoy by Roan Parrish. I love Roan Parrish. I haven't read one of their books in quite a while, and it was about time. And I think that this is like the first spooky one that they've written. And so it's absolutely perfect, of course. I don't have to explain it every single time. We all know that's what's happening here. And this one also is a little bit different. It's definitely diving deep into the emotions, and just like every other book by Roan Parrish, it's very emotional. It's a lot about mental health, and it feels very vulnerable and raw. And so this one explores many different things. So obviously, as the title suggests, Edgar, one of the main characters, is haunted, and our other main character, Jamie, designs haunted houses. So they have, you know, a very strong fascination with those kinds of things. And then they meet Edgar, who, you know, seems super sweet. They have a connection. They hang out. But then, you know, it's very obvious that Edgar is hiding something. And the thing that he is hiding is that he can actually see ghosts, and he has been haunted by them. He is scared of them, intimidated by it, uncomfortable with it. And it is a thing that like other people in his family have as well. And so, yeah, that is kind of like the setup of the book. And so I would say it's heavy on like the ghostly energy, but in a very like emotional, deep way, if that makes sense. Jamie is also non-binary, and so this is a queer romance, and it explores that a lot as well. Again, in a very vulnerable and meaningful way. And I love it. I feel like every single book by Roan Parrish has that kind of feeling to it. So yeah, very happy about that. But then I will be absolutely reading this next because I am in such a strong physical reading mood. I have been buying so many books and all of them I'm dying for. And speaking of buying books, I did buy another one today. So I will also be buying another one tomorrow because Mate by Ali Hazelwood is coming out, and oh my god, I need it immediately. But today I got Soul Searching by Lila Sage, and I love Lila Sage, and this is another one that is a little bit spooky. And so Lila Sage has written contemporary cowboy romance so far. I've loved all of them. And this is contemporary. Like, I wouldn't say that this is a paranormal romance, but it is definitely at least contemporary with paranormal elements. Obviously, I haven't read it yet, so maybe it's even more paranormal than I'm imagining, but I'll tell you what it's described as. So, it's a stirring Western romance about a new-to-town upholsterer, a photographer whose life has come to a halt, and the supernatural forces that bring them together. So, there is also like a haunted house in here, and small town. Ooh, there's a line that says, they don't know she's lost her job and is out of money, or that the ghosts that have always been her companions have recently gone silent. Okay, the heroine is gonna stay in the hero's spare room, and he doesn't realize that she constantly talks to thin air or that she looks like that. Yeah, okay, love that. So I feel like there's a lot of ghost things, a lot of ghost books, which isn't normally what I would go for. You know, I'm usually more of a vampire witch kind of girl, but I love that. I absolutely love that, so I will be devouring this. I am so intrigued. You know, I absolutely love when authors that I love write in new genres, or just like, you know, explore new vibes, and I really need to learn a different word, but, you know, I haven't yet, so that's where we're at. So this one will absolutely be happening soon as well. But I do think I still want to read this one first because I'm so excited. Again, I already said everything. So that's what's happening. I'm currently watching a movie, so I'll keep doing that. And then I actually think, I don't know, because I do want to continue the Fang arrangement, so I think I'm going to continue that. And once I finish that, I'll start this one. So we'll see. Anything could happen. But yes, tomorrow after work, I am going to be going to the store to pick up Mate. Hello everyone. So it is time for quite a few updates. I am sorry about this shit lighting. I would move somewhere also more interesting because I feel like this whole video I've been just sitting in this spot, but to be honest, I have absolutely no energy, so it's either doing this or nothing, and so I think this is better than nothing. Let's talk about the two books that I finished, which is The Most Unusual Haunting of Edgar Lovejoy and The Fang Arrangement. So let's talk about The Fang Arrangement first, because I obviously started reading that like ages ago. I loved it. I had so much fun with it. Such a quick read, so fast-paced, entertaining, steamy, fun, lighthearted. I feel like I don't really have any groundbreaking thoughts. It reminds me a lot of the Stay a Spell series by Juliet Cross, which if you have watched my videos for like quite a while, you would know maybe that I'm obsessed with that series, and I've said it before that that is my favorite paranormal series, and I absolutely do get the same feelings from this book, and I do think Marriage Hex is still my favorite. That one just completely blew me away. It was just absolutely incredible, and I desperately want to buy the physical copy because I listened to the audiobook of that one. But The Fang Arrangement was absolutely amazing as well. Just the perfect mixture of like adventure, danger, but at the same time very focused on the romance, and steamy and a little sweet and just super fun. And yeah, it does have the maid trope, like I said. There's quite a little bit of like possessiveness and like the vampire kind of energy. And oh my god, I feel like my hair looks so long. I'm not used to this. I just washed it, so it might still look a little wet. But what is this? This here? That's not normally there. Anyway, I'm trying to grow out my hair a little bit, and I'm scared it's gonna start like annoying me a lot. Like, what do you mean I feel it like on my whole neck? What the hell? Anyways, I feel like it grew like overnight. But my camera is flashing, which is not good. So I feel like it is such a good paranormal romance that is very balanced. It's not too long. It's literally like 300 pages. I feel like I'm not making any sense anymore, but that's fine. It is what it is. And The Most Unusual Haunting of Edgar Lovejoy was really interesting. And again, like I already said, I feel like it's very unique, and I am very happy that I read it, and it's definitely very haunted, not just in like the spooky way, but in like an emotional way, like I already said. It deals a lot with anxiety and depression and grief and death, honestly, as well. But in like a way that feels really, like I already, I think, said, vulnerable and meaningful. And so I absolutely loved it, honestly. I think it has the perfect atmosphere, but at the same time, it goes a lot deeper than that. If you want the aesthetics and all those spooky feelings, but also some emotional depth, this is perfect for that. And so I will be recommending this. Honestly, I will be recommending everything that I read so far in this video because I've been having the best time. Like literally the best time. I have read 6 books so far this October, and it is October 7th. And so I am thriving. I have not been in this strong of a reading mood in a very long time, and I'm living for it. So speaking of exciting feelings and happy, whatever, I got a book today. Yeah, so I got Mate by Ali Hazelwood, and this is a purple edition. And I feel like you can't even see it on camera from this angle. The title, I mean. But yeah, I literally grabbed the last copy at the store. So I couldn't see it at first, and maybe they had it stashed somewhere, but I was like literally like, what do you mean? And then I saw it, and I grabbed it immediately, and I am so happy. So obviously I already told you about this. I don't really know the plot. It is like a werewolf story, which honestly, I am absolutely a vampire girl, but I can be convinced into enjoying a werewolf book if it's an author that I love, and this is obviously the case. However, I think I'm gonna torture myself for a little bit longer by not reading this. And I will be reading this because I've been talking about it all week. And I've been waiting for this for so long, and obviously this as well, and I know I had that whole speech, you know, of like Ali Hazelwood is the author that I want to devour immediately, which is still true, but there's also this, you know, if I don't read it immediately, then the next few days I will be, like while I'm at work and stuff, I'll be able to look forward to this, you know, like when I get home I can start this book. And I think I want that, and so I'm not gonna be reading it immediately, but I think I will be reading this immediately, because like I've already said, you know, I think I'm gonna love this, and it's just like not only because of everything this is giving, but also, you know, it's a new to me author, and I feel like that, you know, I just can't wait to check it out. And I've had the best hex ever or something like that by this author for a long time. I don't always manage to read much physically in the evening, you know, like I get in bed and I'm like, I'm gonna read and it's gonna be super relaxing, and I end up on TikTok, you know? I'm sure many people feel like this. And yeah, so we'll see how it goes. Either way, I'm starting this because I think I'm gonna absolutely adore it. But I do also want an audiobook, and because, you know, I am a little bit insane. There are multiple options, and you know what? I'm just gonna tell you about them because why the fuck not? This is my video. And it's probably already super long, but honestly, I don't want to end it at all because I am literally having the best time of my life. So the ones that I don't think I'm gonna read immediately, but I'm super excited about, they literally just both came out, they're by authors that I love, is The Earl That Got Away by Diana Quincy and The Scots Seduction by Megan Frampton. Don't know anything about the books, to be honest, but both of them are quite short, and so, you know, like I will devour them in like super fast. And yeah, and I know they're gonna be good, like I already said, because I love the authors. Talk about this quite often, that I think historical romance is the perfect genre for the cozy vibes. And so honestly, even though like the covers aren't necessarily giving fall, it's gonna feel like the way that I want it to feel. But at the same time, since I'm so like deep in the like paranormal energy, I am also thinking that I will start reading Thirsty by Lucy Lee Hain. This one I got on Libro FM as like an ALC, like early advanced listeners copy. And it's it looks really cool. I haven't really heard about it before, but I don't have to like describe the, obviously the cover screams Halloween, you know, everything about it. The the you know what is immaculate. And it's also a new to me author, which, you know, and it sounds super fun. So it says, it's a vampire romance, obviously. This queer paranormal rom-com is a rollicking, highly entertaining read of enemies to lovers, chaotic supernatural friend groups, and scorching chemistry. And the thing that most got my attention is that there's two blurbs that also make it sound super fun. One of them is a frisky, campy, paranormal joyride. And the other one says, my all-time favorite kind of vampire, surprisingly soft, adorably grumpy, and sizzling hot. I will see, because like, I don't know, I don't want to go too far, obviously, you know, because like I have been a little bit overwhelmed, but I don't think it's the reading. I think the reading is what keeps me sane, even though I do it in a slightly unhinged way. So since I've been talking for 1,000 years, I'm gonna stop talking now, and I will start this tonight. And I'll talk to you very soon when some more things happen. And honestly, I need to check how much footage I have. I feel like I should not be reading too many more books in here. I can literally start another vlog exactly like this one. But yeah, we'll see. Anyways, I will talk to you very soon. Hello everyone. So it is time for some final updates and to wrap up this video. Because even though I've said that, you know, I never want it to end and whatever, it's getting really long. I have read quite a lot of books and I've had the best time, but guess what? I can make another vlog exactly like this and, you know, end this one for now. So I have not actually read Mate or Love at First Fright yet. I started Love at First Fright. I'm loving the vibes, but I just have not really had like the time or the perfect, like the space to read physically. And so that has not happened yet, but I'm still incredibly excited, of course, and you will see me talk about it in the next vlog like this one, or just, in something very soon. So that's of course gonna be happening. But I have finished 2 audiobooks since I last talked to you, so I'll mention that and then we'll wrap things up. So I think I did mention that I was thinking of reading The Earl That Got Away by Diana Quincy, and I did in fact read this. I honestly devoured it. It was super quick and I really enjoyed it. It's not like a specifically autumnal book, but I do feel like, the orange on the cover definitely is giving fall, and I have said this before, I don't know, maybe even in this video, that I think historical romances are absolutely perfect for the colder months of the year, because it just like, they always feel cozy no matter what the actual setting is. And this one is a second chance romance, and it says that it's a persuasion retelling, which like I'm not actually familiar with exactly what the plot of that is, which like is slightly shameful, but that's fine. I do eventually really need to read Jane Austen's books because I have not. So yeah, anyways, that might interest people that are familiar, of course. And we have a Palestinian American heroine and a British hero, and they basically met in Philadelphia. They fell in love, and the heroine broke up with him, and then they didn't see each other for like a very long time. And the heroine's sister is like getting married to the hero's best friend. And so there's that connection, they have to see each other again, they have to spend some time together, and it is angsty, it is fun, it is steamy, it is very quick, and there are like actually a lot of flashbacks to, when they fell in love for the first time, which I really enjoyed. I felt like it added a lot to the story and I wanted to see that, but I wish we did get a little bit more content in, like the present day and them spending time together and everything, but it was still absolutely amazing and I loved it. So I love Diana Quincy, and if you have not read her books yet, you absolutely need to get on that. I have read all of them except for one, and I really do need to read that one as well soon. So I finished this, and then the other book that I read is like definitely not autumnal because it's literally called Donut Summer by Anita Kelly, but even though it is set during the summer, like it revolves partially around donuts, which I think is a very cozy thing. And I want to mention it anyways because I absolutely loved it. And maybe no one's even watching the video at this point, but if you are, I want you to know about this book. And so I love Anita Kelly's books so much. I have read actually also all of them except for one. And this is their first YA book. And while I am like an adult romance reader, I actually still really love reading YA books, and I have not read one in quite a while, and so I missed that. And also, this was just incredible. Oh my god, like the 2 main characters basically try to save like this donut shop that they're working at for the summer. So, they have a summer job there, and the main character basically finds out that the donut shop like is struggling with money a lot, and so she wants to figure out a way to get them more money and more customers and everything. And so that's kind of like her main goal for the summer. And she is working with Mateo, who is like her kind of nemesis a little bit, or like it's kind of enemies to lovers, but not like super intense. But they both basically thought that they didn't like each other, and then they have to spend time together and they find out that maybe they actually do like each other. Maybe they even love each other. And so I loved this so much. They are so sweet together, and it is like emotional and beautiful and cute, and I feel like it's kind of more difficult in YA to write relationships that feel not necessarily believable. I think that's like, yeah, but like that feels like, it will last and it's actually healthy and good and exciting and sweet and cute and all those things, and that was absolutely the case in here. So I loved that, and I also absolutely loved like the mental health representation. It deals with anxiety and depression and just like feeling overwhelmed and stressed and scared of a lot of things. And I related to a lot of that. And I was also having like a very anxious evening yesterday. And so I was literally just reading this and it made me feel so much better. So if you know, feel like you want to read something like that, you need to pick this up. And I feel like that is what like YA is really special at, that like it deals with some like difficult things in a kind of like more comforting way than adult necessarily does. Even adult can do that, of course, like especially adult romance, but I just loved it. It felt like, you know, it hit like my inner child and I really needed that. So that is that, and I will stop talking now, I think. So yeah, I have had an amazing time filming this. And I feel like I wish I got a little bit more autumnal clips because I feel like there's not that much, but I will work on that for the next video because there will be definitely another one just like this. And so, yeah, I hope your fall is going well and let me know if you've been reading any autumnal things. And please, if you made it this far in the video, leave any kind of fall emoji down below, of course. I will probably be saying that for a few more vlogs right now, you know, until Christmas. And so, yeah, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I will see you soon in another video. Bye!